Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Where's the background music? There it is. It's always delayed. Juicy's hello, Dave says hello, Dub. Hello, Dave. Hello, Vogue. Winter is coming. Is that the Game of Thrones reference or something? Oak and Shield. Good morning, Spartan says good morning, Dub. Good morning to you, Spartans. Herps. Hi, all. Good luck. Have fun. I'm gonna be cold in my town today. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you're making ice. I assume by you saying that. Girl Gamer says merry day all, good luck. Hello Girl Gamer. Hello Mary NG who says good morning. Rachel, hello. Hello everybody, I'm sure we're all prepared for this competition. I practiced a good amount for my own personal stock box build, but I'm pretty much using the same design as the last two Anything Goes metas that we had this year. I'm starting to get the feeling that we're gonna have an Anything Goes meta every 2 months, or at least that's been the pattern so far this year. Vogue says it is, but in this case it is ice blocks. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Homeboy Gaming, hey Dub, good day, good luck, same to you, Homeboy Gaming. I'm sure you'll do amazing. What are you doing this time, Homeboy Gaming? Because I think one of the previous ones you did fishing. I could be wrong. Are you doing stack box or are you doing fishing again? I swear I remember. I swear I thought you did fishing at one point. Maybe it was somebody else. Right, because this is an interesting meta, and I said this on the last Anything Goes meta, I'm pretty sure. Somebody borrows NFTs to do stack box, then somebody borrows the other NFTs to do fishing, and then somebody borrows the other NFTs to do ice blocks, right? Yeah, Homeboy says the usual fishing, can't do anything else. Okay, so you are doing fishing. Ives, hey, hello, hey yo, he says. Black Hole, hello. He says hello all, good luck. And of course, his line, may all the ice blocks melt during the coming night and give all the ice builders cold and wet feet. He does not want the ice block builders to win. I'm pretty sure LV Postman's going to be doing ice blocks again and get top 25 with it. Because I think that's what happened the last two Anything Goes competitions. He does an amazing job with his ice block builds. I don't think I've seen his design, but he seems to do a crazy ice block rate. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready. The only thing is, I practiced, but I practiced with the previous biome, not the new one. So I had to invert my design so it's flipped 180 degrees basically. So I need to build it how I have it on my visualizer this time. But that's not how I built it when I practiced. That probably won't make sense to a lot of people unless you're a super Dub Club supporter, because I tried to explain. I showed different screenshots of what my design looked like versus the visualizer. But anyways, that's the only thing. That hopefully that doesn't impact the production rate or anything. I don't think it should. Pretty sure I've done that before anyways. Lazy, hello, good day everyone. U29 says hello. Wilson, hello. Rahif says, hey Dub, good luck to you and everyone. Of course, thank you, Rahif. Martin says hello again. Martin's here for the Townstar Addicts Anonymous meeting. The weekly meeting that starts on Tuesdays. Alright, it's about to start in a few seconds. My design's not that expensive. I don't think I'm even going to bother with these Stars and Stripes or Christmas tree NFTs. I should get all the cash I need from just doing... just selling glass bottles. Martin, now I'm late. Don't tell Dub. I mean, again, hello. It's okay. I always start off kind of late. Technically, I'm on time to what I was going to start the stream anyways. 28, hello, welcome. Right, just got to get on here. Now, where do I want to do the glass rush? Probably the bottom right. That's where I'm going to have a lot of the animals at, and most of those, if not all of them, are NFTs. So yeah, bottom right is where I'll do my glass rush. We did get the Crafty Glass Factory effect card or blueprint. So that is going to improve the glass rush. I also picked up more rose bushes and birdhouses, so I'm pretty sure that'll help too. Okay, I just have to clear up a couple of trees here. That's the only annoying part. Okay. I'll still try to do it here. Just because I don't want to be moving the glass rush too much. Let's see how it comes out. And I know some of you guys are competing in 2 competitions, right? Vexy Villages and this one. I guess technically I am too. I'm not really trying hard on the whole Vexy Villages competition stuff. There's more so just so I have a better understanding of how it works. Because like there's things I should have explained on that first video that I just didn't know. Because they really did not properly explain it to us before the competition started. But I'll know for next time. I'm sure I'll make another Vexy Villages video. It'll just be before the next competition starts up. Okay, 39. See if we're gonna get a bunch of lag this time or not. Partial, hello. Mr. Trupa says have a great competition, y'all. Oh, actually, I need a storage here. Okay, crafty and hasty glass factories. So that brings it down to 31 seconds. That's great. Let's turn on corrupted packs. And Miranda skins. That brings it down to 25 seconds, and then I need birdhouses, but I will place those down later. Let me get rid of this stuff. It probably would be more cash to do milk, considering the massive cash boost. But I'm fine with glass, you know. I don't need to do milk. Milk would just take up a little bit more wood. But I get all the cash I need from this. I'm not worried. Stack box, if you have a bunch of NFCs, stack box actually isn't that expensive. But yeah, I know anybody that's doing ice blocks, you're gonna have a fun time getting all the cash that you need, for sure. Sam, hello Sam, welcome. Not sure if I've seen you around in the stream before. Maybe you changed your name, but welcome. Lag present, had much lag in daily also. I just did the daily before this. I didn't really have lag. No, I don't think I did. Alright, I put most of them down. Let me put the dragon. Great, so I do have space. Put the dragon down here. Sam, thank you so much for subscribing. Do we play? What is we play? Is that like a Nintendo thing? So I'm gonna put glass bottles on auto sell. There we go. Oh yeah, turn auto sell online, update town offline, turn that on. It's called auto sell here and auto trade here. That gets me sometimes. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about whenever I say auto sell or auto trade though. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Sam, I am doing a competition stream playing a game called Townstar, where it's a pretty challenging game, right? And it takes a lot of practice, and there are advantages for people who spend money on NFTs, but there are rewards also. That's why a lot of us probably play this game, right? For the rewards. And I hope it's fun for people to play it. But definitely we play it for the rewards. So no Wii gameplay on the stream. I actually don't even have a Wii. I don't think I ever did have a Wii. I have played the Wii. I knew somebody that had the Wii. I think maybe my brother did a long time ago. Can't even remember. Okay, while I gather the cash from the glass bottles, I am going to work on the road structure. I need this little road structure right here because I'm going to have birdhouses next to the light circuses. Boy, that is a lot of messages, Sam. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. You know, now that you mention it, it's been a while since I've watched Family Guy, but I do watch it. But I swear, it's been a while. It feels like I haven't seen a Family Guy episode in like over a month. If the visualizer is correct, I think I only need like 10 mil cash to finish building this. And I think it'll only take me like 20 to 30 minutes to get that. Is Sam a bot? I don't know. Usually I do see bots chat on the well, the multi-stream chat, I guess, but they're usually on Twitch is what I notice. Okay, this light circus, I need to place down a quarter tile off like that. All right. Okay, that's good. So now I can have the birdhouses next to this light circus. So assuming I did all the roads correctly, it looks like I did. Yeah, I did. This is right. I know some top players were waiting on the Memorial Day badge sale to go live. I am quite surprised that they didn't do the sale on Monday, yesterday, because I thought that's when it would make sense to do it. I guess they're actually going to do it on Friday, 4 days after Memorial Day. I suppose close enough. The lumber mill, the epic lumber mill, the superb mill, whatever it's called, that sale was unexpected. I don't think anybody had any leaked information on that one. Like, we did not see that one coming. And I did get 2 of them. I know a lot of people were wondering, like, what does it do? Like, they didn't give us enough information. It pretty much does what they told us it would do. Well, that's not exactly true. So it's like the rare lumber mill, which is called the Great Sawmill, right? In case any of you have that, where it doesn't cast any shade and it doesn't require a road. The only difference or addition into that is that it is a quarter in size, and the worker moves even faster. That's the only difference. It might not seem like a big difference, but in play, like when you're actually using it, it does actually make a good difference. Now that I put down all the birdhouses, 20-second craft time. Wow, I want to refresh this and... Okay, 1070 per hour. I want to see what my actual rate is going to be with this setup right here. I'm actually missing 1 glass factory. I just realized that. Okay, now I want to see what the rate will be. I'll put 2 roads here temporarily because it might impact the rate. There we go, that's fine. Next thing I should do is start collecting lumber. And yeah, as I was saying, I got 2 of these. Only a few people got them. I actually ended up getting the first 2. I kind of FOMO bought these. Some people, I think they were skeptical on like if it'll even be useful. I would imagine using these all the time. I use lumber mills all the time, so I don't see why they wouldn't be useful. And yeah, they still require 5 wood, 2 energy, 1 water drum. I had seen somebody ask that, but it's still the same craft requirements. Lumber mill will go over here, that way I won't have to move it later. But let's have a fundamental storage here temporarily, in case some wood needs to be stored up there. Okay, so I should be making lumber now. Oh yeah, it also has 2 workers. Thanks Juxies for mentioning that. I for some reason I forgot to mention that. But yeah, Juxies says, how do those 2 guys fit inside that tiny building? Yeah, I have no idea. It's not the only tiny building that does that, I believe. I mean, I can't remember what other building does that, but yeah, I think some of the tiny buildings have 2 workers. So the Superb Mill does have 2 workers, which isn't really going to help you in many cases. It's only going to help you if you actually have like a wood shed for the fundamental storage and it's actually getting wood. But like, I'm not going to have a wood shed at the very end, so there's never gonna be 2 workers coming out. There's just gonna be the 1 worker that comes out to deposit the lumber, and then that's it. But yeah, how did 2 workers fit in there? That's a good question. I don't know. It's magic. It's like the clown car thing. That's what it is. Okay, I do want Hatchet Hank placed down over here. And Tesla coil, where does the Tesla coil go? Yeah, it should go there. Energy storage can be next to it. You know, these stack box competitions are for people that have way too many NFCs. If you think my design is insane, it's not even like top 10 or anything. Top 10 designs are like double what I'm gonna be making. Or almost double, not actually double. I'm at least making half of what top 10 is making, which is cool. This definitely is not gonna be top 10. It will definitely be top 25 though, of course. But yeah, I haven't even placed down the tavern yet. Do tavern here. Town hall right here. All right, so what's my rate before tavern? 1,500 glass bottles? Well, I don't think it's ever been that high. No, it never has. Let's see, 1540, 1550. Oh. I'll do the math in a bit when the dragon comes back. Right. Definitely need green bots to build stuff. You know, I'm not going to be able to make this many wine. Like whenever I do a wine rush, I don't think I can do 1,500. I think it only does maybe 1,200. I need to test that out later. But yeah, 1,500 glass bottles. So 320k, and this is before Christmas tree, right? Or oopsie. I don't even have oopsie placed down. I forgot to place oopsie down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 62 sales of 25, right? 20 mil per hour, and that's before oopsie. Jeez. I actually never do We Content Sam or YMCA, so I'm sorry. And I have no intention to. I don't even have a Wii, like I said. 20 mil per hour. So it'll take half an hour to get all the cash I need, so another 15 minutes. I am hopefully gonna play the Switch 2 when it comes out pretty soon. Should ship in like a week, but I'm not gonna stream that. It's also not even my Switch 2. My girlfriend's the one getting the Switch 2. But we'll play it. Play it for fun. Well, let me just go ahead and get rid of this and set up my own trees. You ask a lot of strange questions, sir. I know Mountain's casting shade on them. I'm gonna use a light circus here to prevent that. A light circus on trees, yeah, I know. Seems kind of like a waste. Actually, I don't think, if you're doing stack box, I'm pretty sure you have light circus. I can't imagine there's anybody here doing stack boxes and they don't have at least one light circus to do their For the windmills, I mean. Oh, Martin. I would say I read pretty much all the messages. There might be some cases where I do miss some, yeah, but it's possible. But I would say I pretty much read all the messages. At least in my head, right? I usually read them out loud, sure, but I read them at least in my head. Rachel says I'm using light circus on trees too. As long as you have enough of them to spare, right? I feel like you kind of need to with the mountain there. I understand why they give us the mountain or stack box. I mean, you need iron, limestone, and chromium, right? But you really don't need that many of them, that you could just do it on the open world edge. No, I suppose the mountain's there just in case you're doing red lamps, right? That makes sense. Yeah, never mind. I understand why they give us the mountain. It's a little bit of an inconvenience if you're not using it, but I get it. It's an anything goes competition, so that's why. Can we launch fireworks? If I had the right equipment for that. In the game, I mean, not in real life. I have fireworks cards, but that's not what you meant. You probably don't even know what that is, man. Let's see. Yeah, one more tree here. Wait, is that a... Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to deal with these salt fields yet. I need to put down more crane bots. I'm going to do that in the spots where I'm going to have the pottery shop NFTs, because I can easily replace those. That's not what I meant to do. Haunted Maze Zone 1 for the nectar, Maze Zone 2 for the passive clay lamps. Pottery shops will be here eventually. I do need to build one or two of them. Build one here. And another one right here. The silent red's going to be for the lumber mill that's going to be making oak barrels, but... Oh no, the water drum's over here. I can deal with that later. I should at least turn guided blades on. And great woodlands. I know what I'll do here. Actually, Moriz, hello. Yeah, I have an idea here. So I can have another lumber mill running. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Of course, thank you. 1 second craft time, did I actually make it? I did not realize that I had 1 second craft time on these. Wow. Are we doing 30 stacks today? You know what? This time your guess is too low, Morris. I will tell you, I think the Anything Goes competition in January, I did 31 stack boxes. And on the March one, I did 33. So this time I will do even more than that. Under Mary Les, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. So definitely more than 30. Which is great, right? We're doing more than you expected. I can't really explain what every NFT here does. Like, if you're wondering what something does, of course, feel free to ask or why I'm doing it. I try to explain why I'm doing some stuff, but when it comes to the stack box builds, I'm doing everything. Okay, some of that stuff is built. I have all the cash I need to build everything, I'm pretty sure. So it's just a matter of building stuff now. Edward Brewer, hello. Welcome to the stream. And to the competition. One boxing facility for each thing. That's a food parcel, gift parcel, party box, and stack box. The one that's going to be making party box is the NFT version, because that one will not require wooden boxes, so that saves me a bit of wood and lumber. The fabric plants are actually quite expensive and time consuming to make, so I'll start building those up. What's the new speed cell? Speed cell? Is that what you meant? Speed cell? Are you talking about the NFTs that are going to come out later this week? Or something else? Or oh, you might be talking about the cash rush. I think that's what that means. Like, what are you going to be doing for cash rush? I heard multiple people say eggs is the best way to go for cash rush. See, I didn't really put that much thought in it, so I was wondering, like, maybe people would just do milk. But it seems like eggs are, like, at least twice as better. Bingo? Yeah. Sugar, says Zebor. Sugar if you have the right NFTs for it, Zebor. But for no NFT players, trying to balance out those windmills and keep them all on a green craft timer is kind of difficult to do. Plus, you can't have the silos too close to them. But yeah, if you have a bunch of light circuits and sugarcane stands, then of course sugar. Right? Or sugar stations. Oh, I have a good amount of lumber now. So yeah, just focus on building. We're half an hour in. Yeah, apparently I don't have enough money for everything. I almost do. It's just that the fabric plants are expensive. I'll get the money by the time I'm finished building all this stuff. And yeah, if I would have placed down Oopsie already, like, well, I placed it down, sure, but maybe I should have placed it down a little bit earlier. There's just so much stuff to place down at the start that we'll end up forgetting all this. I mean, we got the birdhouses and the rose bushes, and pretty soon us top players, right? Not everybody, but the top players will have to place down all the Memorial Day badges. I hope some people didn't bother with the gnomes. The vending machines, I think they would be worth it for at the very least the epic one. I have one epic one. I tend to not even place it down like most of the time. I really wanted the legendary one though, that's the thing, but it's not gonna happen. At this point, it'll never happen. Martin says, sugar I did a startup while building milk. When enough start ice, yes, I did practice. That's good, Martin. You practiced. Some people didn't practice at all just because they're doing the same exact thing. Annabelle says, could you do a more in-depth tutorial on Vexy Villages and see if I can make money or not yet? Thank you very much. In terms of money making, I don't think there's good money to be made there. You probably would make more money playing the Town Star competitions, even if you only get top 1200. But right now, it does seem like even people who didn't spend have a shot at getting 50 Gala from the Vexy Villages competition. Keep in mind that this is the first competition, and right now they said that they're only doing them monthly. That could change very, very quickly. They could very quickly do weekly or twice a month, right? But right now it's just monthly. I know some people bought the NFT building, which was like $100 to help them out in the competition, but then they're probably only gonna win like maybe $10 back, right? And I just don't see how those NFTs would be used very often. It really just depends on how they do the competitions. I honestly wouldn't recommend buying like the office building because the way that the points or how you get points in the competitions is still subject to change. They said there will absolutely be different ways to do it. I will probably do another Vexy Villages video before the next competition starts. Now that I've learned a little bit more about how the competitions work and how there's metas, basically, like only some items will give you points. And I will also try to talk more about the potential earnings there, more so than I did on the first video that I posted. But the TLDR is I don't think it's worth it. I mean, as long as you find the game fun. Some could say Townstar's not worth it, right? But like, yet they still play it and they still do the competitions, even though they say it's not worth it. Everybody has a different feeling for the games, right? Like, I actually do enjoy playing this game and coming up with the designs. Like, it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. Yeah, but some people can't be bothered. Martin says, funny lost connection, so I want to get out back to menu, but I put on fast forward and connection restores. Oh, I mean, good thing you put on fast forward, right? What goes? Oh, that's an easy dough bakery. Okay, I'm just kind of placing down everything that I can place down right now. I'm not too worried about turning stuff on until everything's built. No, but the placing bug, I have to refresh, not fair. Okay. Yeah, I see why you would have to refresh. Wait, where this one goes here. Once again, I'm borrowing Easy Dough Bakeries. I don't actually own any. I'm thankful to have the opportunity to borrow them. I'm a little confused now. My visualizers has a mistake. Thankfully, I did take backup pictures. It says I have 4 of these placed down. I only have 3. So I think this one goes here. Uh-oh. I'll double check it in a bit. I'm pretty sure that this is a windmill, actually. Well, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Gotta build 2 cakeries, yeah. Sorry, one right there, the other one over here. Martin says, guess what? I had to put it off. Seeing loading game was go slow. Big chance lag and bug stop. Seeing that also. Are you saying you have to turn it off? I don't see why you would have to. Baguettes on these 2 baguettes. Shoot. Oh, it does. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, my bad. You guys saw the Vexy Village's backdrop. I was just messing with the screen. Okay, that's already turned on. On the Vexy Villages competition, I think I'm like 270 something place. I think so. Lucy, Sparky, Turkey. Is the VPN making the game less laggy for you? That'd be interesting. Yeah. There are people who are forced to use a VPN if they want to continue to get on the site for the time being anyways. I guess they said it's like a temporary problem, right? Over in the UK and the nearby areas. I forget exactly where they said. Oh, I need to use ground silo. It's got more space. You guys can place almost instant now. I do wonder if the people who have less laggy servers are from or have a connection from like the United States or something. Like I wonder, it depends on your region, because that is the case in like probably most other situations. Yeah. Like there's different servers around the area. I mean, I don't know if that would be how it works for Townstar, but yeah, that's an interesting thought that I don't think anybody's like actually tested. Is there anything else I need to build here? Because it feels like I built almost everything. No, there is the beehives. From West US. And do you feel like you get a lot of lag? What are we, 40 minutes in? We already have all the cash that, well, all the cash that I need. Let's see, there is a Thrifty Winery, I believe. Yeah, Thrifty Winery. If you have Thrifty Winery, make sure to turn it on before you build the winery. That is if you're making Stack Box. Which is only like, what, 10% of you? Not really? Oh, so it's still laggy. Spooky Wheel. No, not Spooky Wheel. Spooky Go Round. I'm gonna need to place down Spooky Wheel anyways. I just have it placed down over here. The full Spooky set, because it makes my Weavers move faster. It makes the chocolate shop workers and the candy shop workers move faster too. And the beekeepers. Or the one beekeeper in this case. It's honey, wax. I'm pretty sure these are rotated. No, that should be fine. Well, I think that should be fine. I have a feeling everything's built and I'm pretty sure I don't need this anymore. I don't need the cash rush. So just a few more minutes and I can actually start the process. Let me move my corrupted setup over here since I still need to make glass bottles. I just don't need a crazy amount now. I probably should turn off the crafty glass factory because I just really don't need that many glass bottles. Does the whole set do that? I haven't put my wheel down. The whole set gives an additional movement speed bonus, which is why I have the whole set down. Like, it truly helps for the fabric plant workers. I do need them to move faster because there are a lot of fabric plants used. So I do think using the full set is a better idea. Right, so this one will make Cabernet. This one will make the Sangria. Right. This can now do Oak Barrel. We'll put down the warehouse back, the diamond warehouse that is. And one more twin tractor. So 4 twin tractors is like 8 in-game tractors. It's huge. This one will make me glass bottle. I will try just leaving the effect cards on that, and I can't imagine it would slow my dragon down. I mean, it's like 10 seconds to sell stuff, so it's not that bad. Oak tree farm. I would just use the regular oak tree farm. And time to place down all these salty salt fields. No, we play. No, no, no. Just gotta double check each time on the planner. Okay, there's another one right here. Do I need this? I probably don't. Okay, this one's gonna be making pumpkin pie. Now I need to put down all the animals. I'm rotating all the barns so that they're facing the road or the storehouse easier. I probably have these two facing each other. I can't remember, I'll check that in a moment. Apparently they will put the Norse chicken coops on sale for the 4th week of May. If you want to call it May Mayhem sales, I don't think it deserves to be called that, but yeah, apparently they will go on sale. I think that'll be decent. The greenhouse will be good too. They have the wrong price on the blog for the greenhouse. Because it looks like they discounted it at 75%, but they're not actually going to do that. I'm pretty sure they're not. It is supposed to be a 50% discount by the looks of it. Greenhouse is helpful in a lot of situations, I would say. The coops are cool too, it's just probably the greenhouse is better. Coops really only are amazing if you have at least 2 of them, right? But here is my milk setup, my wool setup. These 2 aren't actually crafting anything. It's these 3 that are crafting the wool that I need. And then the egg setup. Let me actually check. No, never mind. I'll do that later. That can wait until I place everything else down. Do another tree farm here. And here. Okay, so I still need the cotton fields. and pottery shops and K yeah, K grease. Yeah. Damn it. I need to put down the full Haunted Maze Zone set so that those other pottery shops will get all the clay lumps that they need. So I don't actually need the passive Salty from Zone 3 or the additional passive Nectar from Zone 4. But yeah, I still need to place down the full set. So this one will make stack box. Gift parcel. Food parcel. So make candy canes. Easy dough. Easy dough. This will make chocolate bars and decorated cakes. These three are already turned on, making ceramic bowls. These two are making wax. This is making honey. That green box can stay there. Those two tables are making baguettes. This is making batter. This will make batter as well. This one will make cake, and I need one more making batter. Okay, for the fabric plants, 3 will make wool yarn. Just 1 making fabric box, but 2 of them making uniforms. All the other ones should be making wool yarn. Or cotton yarn, sorry. Cotton yarn. They all have the passive energy from the legendary Tesla coil. That's giving out 8 passive energy because I have the diamond charge station placed down. These should be rotated to face the silo, which I'm going to flush. I'm not making salt yet, so that's why it's full of brine. Let's go ahead and make some salts. We got 7 windmills making salts. A total of 8 windmills making flour, or was it? I think it was 9 actually. Like I said, I had a little issue or a little mistake on the visualizer. I think this one is flour. I'm pretty sure it is. And these will be making sugar. Gusty wind and hasty windmill. This will make the supply box. Right, these two are making wooden boxes since I still need them for the supply box and the fabric box. Oh yeah, the bakeries. Definitely need to make butter on those. I'm gonna flush them. That's not a good idea, but like, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna need to flush some stuff anyway. I'm gonna flush this too to make space. Trying to see. I think I did build everything. I just need to turn stuff on. It does seem like I placed everything down. Or I need to rotate stuff also. Let me rotate. No, actually, that had the right rotation. I should not mess with these. I guess those are already rotated correctly. This one I have it facing backwards to slow it down a little on the batter. I can get rid of this now. And put the other salty salt field there. Oh, I see, Martin. What's the Bitcoin great news other than it reaching an all-time high recently? It's still pretty high, 110K. Feels like what they would say is called Bitcoin season right now, because the altcoins don't feel like they're going up as much as Bitcoin is. Like the altcoins really should go up a lot more, even whenever Bitcoin goes up. Okay, I made a supply box. Food parcel. Gift parcel needs decorated cakes. Decorated cakes needs cakes, which I'm making. Okay. I think everything should be there. I'm just gonna add stuff to auto sell now. 25 or 27s. Probably just put 27. On the cotton and the brine, I'll put 35s. If you're doing ice blocks, I mean, just put ice blocks on your auto sell. Not that hard, but maybe petroleum too. It depends on your situation. But if you are doing stack box, make sure to put just about everything on here. Honestly, just go on every single item and put 10 or whatever item, whatever number you want to put in here, right? or 1. I know some people just put 1 on auto set, works the same way. I like to be very specific with the numbers. So if you put 1 on here, it'll just sell it. If you have 10 of them, it'll just sell it as soon as you have 10, even though you put 1. Unless you're using the dragon, then of course it'll sell it at 25. I still gotta put on some of the other effect cards too. So I'm not actually making the best rate right now. I'll switch this to 27. No, I'll overproduce those. I'll keep it at 25. Honey and the jam rate can go to 35. Sometimes I won't even be selling them. Because I have the big pantry, it holds 60. You know what, I'll just put it at 30. Maybe I get a few extra stars from selling them. 27 here. Let's hope I don't run out of space, right? Stack box at 25. Sugar's 27. Supply box 27. Uniforms, wax, wooden box, wooden wool yarn. Hopefully everything's on here. If not, I'm pretty sure I'll catch it eventually. Now to turn on the effect cards. Raising 2.5 billion for crypto. Oh, okay. Trump sort of, or Trump fam. Okay. We at the hour mark now. Crafty Candy Shop, I'm not gonna turn on because then it overproduces candy canes, I'm pretty sure. There was like 2 things in here that it didn't turn on purpose. Actually, Gilded Barns I think was one of the things I didn't turn on. Shoot, I probably should have double checked that. Bulky Silo, sure. Not Grand Oaks. Yeah, yes to the Hasty Beekeeper, but I have the legendary one somewhere here. That's not important. 954 on what? On rank? Right now? There's no way, right? Graded Ceramics, Grapevine Express. Garment Specialist, very important. Garment Specialist, just as important as the windmill ones. Bulky Storehouse is good too. There it is, Platinum Hasty Beekeeper. Gifted Baker is important. Bulky Warehouse, sure. Alright, I think that's it. 954. 1100, wow. More than I thought for the first hour. So that was all the effect cards. I want to check milk. What's milk at with the effect card turned on? 866. I wish I could remember what it was supposed to be. I think I had this turned off. I think so. Originally, it was just supposed to be 3 milk barns. But they were like over here, and the chicken coops were over here. I needed more eggs, so I flipped these to have the chicken coops over here, closer to the tree farms, because that does impact the egg rate. That would have reduced the milk rate, but I added a fourth milk barn or nourish barn to make up for that, and that increases the milk rate even more. And I don't think I needed the gilded barns turned on because I added the fourth barn here. I'll reset the production monitor in a bit also for the new test. Let me just check my screenshot once more to make sure I have everything in the right spots. One of these is a Supreme Storehouse. I don't really remember which one it was supposed to be. Hopefully I got it right and this is actually supposed to be the Supreme Storehouse, because one of these doesn't get filled up as much as the others. Moving it around is a little laggy, but I didn't actually have lag issues, I would say, while I was building this. No, I don't actually have these facing each other, or at least in practice. I got 4 barns. You got 4 barns, you're saying, for your milk production. So you're doing stack box or just for your milk rush? It doesn't seem like a lot. Unless they're nourish barns, and yeah, it's a lot. The twin garages only cast 1 shade, so I can have them here. Salty salt fields only need 1 salt to craft brine at the fastest craft time. That's why I have like 2 paired up over here and 2 more paired up over here. Gotta rotate this. Chickens are too scary before gas because you'll be selling too many eggs. Okay. I mean, I'm sure people are using the freight pier for it too. Or they should be once they have enough cash to build it. Just checking my rotations. It seems like everything's correct. I feel like I'm probably missing something, or at least something needs to be rotated. Not sure how much of a difference this will make, but this should be rotated like that, facing this road. What's the production monitor saying? 6 stack box. Ooh, look at that production rate. That actually looks about right. But this isn't a proper test. I mean, it'll take hours for a proper test. The wood rate is too low, but that's because I was making lumber. The wool is good. Wooden box is a little too low, but that's because I started it late. Let's ignore the glass bottles for now. Wax is good. Is it? Let me check the calculator on the Townstar planner. Stack box. So they should be making at least 38 stack box per hour. And if that's true, I need 114 wax. Oh yeah, would you look at that? It's at 114. Pretty exact. Yeah, so uniforms should eventually go to 114. All right. Supply box should be a little higher than that. Are all these turned on? Yeah, I just turned on the effect card kind of late. That's probably why. Salt is good. Pumpkin pie is a little bit low. No, it's almost there. Never mind, it's almost there. Party box, it's good. Oak barrels. Yeah, oak barrel's good. Milk seemingly is good. Lumber will overproduce. It's way overproducing right now. It's actually supposed to be like 800 something per hour. I can make 900 lumber per hour, like you're seeing right here, just with these two mills, but the lumber storage or the fundamental storage would need to be right here. That's how I had it while I was making lumber, right? But for this design, where the superb millers have to move over here to drop off the lumber, you know, it takes them just a few seconds. They move really fast. They do move faster than the great sawmill workers. So this does make them more efficient. 2 of these replaced 3 of these making lumber. So it saved me 2.5 spots. That might not seem like a lot, but there's always situations where I'll use the lumber mill, and there's some situations where like I would like to have them in spots where that only take up a quarter tile. You know, sometimes I have like just little spots, or when I'm using subgrade, spots with a quarter tile. Not sure what else to place there, so this will come in handy, I think. I wouldn't really recommend it, especially with freaking Memorial Day badges coming up, since those are the ones I would have to recommend because of how freaking powerful they're gonna be, like the birdhouses, right? But the mills, I wouldn't recommend it. Like a little bug here. What is it? I can throw this away. Give me a second. Oh. Alright. Jam is low, but I think that's because I had it turned on too long. And I was only making sugar with the sugar stations and not with the windmills. So that should fix itself. Honey is good. Flour's good. Eggs are good enough. The only reason I can't really raise this rate any higher is because I'm not making enough eggs. Dough is right on there. Yeah, 114. Cotton yarn is that right? Cotton yarn. Oh yeah, cotton yarn is just about right. All right, chocolate bar is good. Bowls. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty well balanced. Yeah, candy canes, I know I need that to be at 76 or 77, so that's good too. The last 2 anything goes competitions, I used a regular candy shop because if I use the NFT version, it was overproducing. But this time I actually do need to use the NFT version, so that's cool to get this to work. And there's baguettes and batter, the probably one of the hardest things to balance. The butter rate's too high for some reason. That should not be correct. It shouldn't actually be making that much butter. But yeah, the baguette and batter should be at least 114 each. Seems to be good. All right, I'm gonna reset the production monitor. So it took about an hour and 10 minutes to finish building this. A little bit longer than I thought it would take. Should take like an hour for me. Now I need to make sure it's working properly, right? So I'll run it for like 15 minutes here. Oh. Thank goodness this works. Like I said, I practiced, but the design was inverted. It was like backwards, if that makes sense. Just because I was using the previous biome. Stock box right here. So how's it going for everybody so far? Like if you're doing ice blocks, how long do you think it takes you to finish it? How many hours? I don't think I've ever done a proper no NFT ice block build. What I mean by that, like when I did the build showcase, I use NFTs to help me get all the cash, obviously, because it's like what, over 80 mil or something. It's really expensive. So I'll use NFTs to help me get the cash. I still use NFTs to help me get the lumber too. It's so freaking, so many materials to build it. So like I don't have a proper idea of how long it actually takes for a no NFT or almost no NFT player to do an ice block build. I know it takes a long ass time. I just don't know exactly how long it takes. Juicy says 18 hours, I guess. Jeez. And I know that doesn't mean you have to be on your screen for 18 hours. It's most of the time you're just waiting around. I get that. Yeah. The building process is pretty annoying too, though, I get. Imagine if there was a thrifty Master Wizard card. I think that one would be really popular. Like the thrifty foundries are okay, but like only a few people use them at the top, right? The people who have silica sands or maybe crystal sanctums. And the thrifty winery card, I feel like it barely ever gets used. The only time we would really use it is if we have an actual wine meta, and maybe that happens once a year. I would like to see a wine box meta. I don't think we had a wine box meta since I got all the crafted grape stands. I'm not sure. Drixes need to be careful with the cash. Yeah, that too, because like you could start the whole ice build as soon as you have half the cash to finish half the build, but then it gets significantly harder to collect the rest of the cash to finish everything else. You're better off getting like 90% of the cash that you need, or even all of it, from the cash boosted items, that whatever you decide to do, eggs or whatever, and then actually finish building everything out. And in the process, hopefully you're at least filling up a couple of lumber mills with lumber, because that's a time consuming process. Like as soon as you start with the Master Wizard building and the Santa Factory building, like that way you at least have some materials, right? Yeah, thrifty Master Wizard blueprint I think would be somewhat popular just for the ice block builds that people do. I know you still have to build Master Wizards, that's like half the build, right? So I guess maybe a thrifty Santa Factory too would be cool. Yeah, Lazy DC says almost a day for me. Like a full 24 hours. Martin says in an hour should have small start which helps over time. Yeah, I suppose if you can build out like a quarter or a fifth of it, right? Like how many lines was it? I had the visualizer somewhere. I was gonna show the visualizer on the video, but I guess I forgot to include it there. But I mean, I linked to the actual ice block build showcase, which showed it. So some of you guys will be doing this. I'm blocking some of it with my face, but you probably would want to start on the west side That way you still have the river to use for the tree farms or chickens or whatever. And on the west side, you can have one of the freight piers at the bottom here. I'm kind of blocking it, but this spot right here. So like at some point, if you have the cash, you could probably set this up and your gas rush. That section and keep using the other section to collect cash and materials, right? No, I didn't have an issue with that. How many Master Wizards is that? Visualizer says 81. 81 Master Wizards, 28 Satisfactories. Is that right? Is the build cost like this crazy ass number and I don't even remember? Is that true, guys? For some reason I thought it was like 100 mil. Am I wrong? Is that the build cost? Is that what number? What the what? That's a lot. To be honest with you, I did not double check the build cost before I made this week's video. Like I thought it was like 100 mil or something. I don't even remember. Jeez, that's a lot. 266 mil. I would like to know, for those of you doing egg rush out there with not a lot of NFTs, how many eggs are you producing per hour? Like I want to calculate how much cash you can get with that. Yeah, I see why some of you it would take a day. Yeah, Ivis says his cost 272 mil. I totally forgot how much these actually cost. Wow. Yeah, and I know Ivis has some NFTs that'll help him out. Yeah, looking at the build cost, right? So like if it is 270 mil and you're using stars and stripes, which only some people have. I wouldn't even say that many people have stars and stripes, right? Only some people have it. Stars and stripes reduces the build cost by 30%. That shaves off around 80 million. And then there's the enchanted ornaments. I mean, if you happen to have those too, it reduces the build cost by 25%. That shaves off another 65 mil or 70 mil, right? So if you have both of those NFTs, you half the build cost. It's still 130 mil. It's still a lot, but it can save you hours if you think about it. It's huge. Yeah, look at that rate. That looks amazing so far. Probably because I had a couple of spare materials. With rare wheat sand, I can get almost 2.7k eggs, as Juxies. Edward says 35 per hour eggs. 35 per hour eggs is that right? It's a little bit. I don't know what you meant by that. Rog says 2,500 eggs per hour. Is that with the wheat sand or without? Because that's very similar to Juxie's number. $2,500 eggs. And let me double check the number. Each egg is worth 21k cash. 52 million per hour. That's insane. You guys are making more cash than I am. My Glass Rush was not making that much cash compared to this. Didn't really matter in my case because like I still needed to get all the building materials. 2k eggs max, says Lazy DC. I will go with that number then. All right. 2k eggs max. $42 million cash per hour. You run that for like 7 hours and you'd get all the cash that you need to finish the ice block build, at least the one I showed in my build showcase. Some of you may have your own that's a little bit different or includes NFTs. 7 hours. And that's not even that bad. You know, the other competitions where we didn't have that big of a cash boost, I don't think we did. It pretty much did take 24 hours, like some people here said. So the people doing Icebox this time have a little bit more of an advantage than I thought, because getting all the cash to build it is going to be much easier than it was before. That's cool. Yeah, that is cool. Also, another thing for those people that were comparing the numbers between ice blocks and stack boxes, the only thing you don't account for is that ice blocks take longer to start than stack boxes do. I can't remember what example people were saying. I think it was like 13,000 ice blocks is about 11 stack blocks or something like that. Yeah, you would be making stack boxes before you make the ice blocks, or 13k ice blocks per hour. So the comparison there isn't like exact. It's just like an estimate. Oh, Rog's using legendary with scent? Okay, so it's only like 500 more eggs. Alright. And then the people with the newer scoops, imagine that. I kind of do want to... I probably won't do it right now, but I want to see what egg rate I could do with 2 nourish coops. And honestly, I probably will even pick up 2 more if they're going to be like... What's 50% off from the Mayhem cells? I'm going to pull that up on stream once I can find it here. I think that will be 50% off. It kind of reminds me of when they put the Nourish Barns on sale, and then eventually people realize how good they are because of how many times we use milk, and they sold out, and now they're worth more than they were in the store. I feel like at some point the chicken coops might sell out too, but I don't know how many more are in the store either. 10k ice block good for top 400? Yes, I want to say yes. Probably maybe even top 225 depending on how fast you finish it. Possibly. I remember the first time people... I think maybe this was in January, but some people got top 225. It was their first time ever getting top 225 just from doing ice blocks in the Anything Goes competition. Now, maybe that might not be the case because I feel like there's a lot more people doing ice blocks now than there was in the January competition. And even before that, like some people realized ice blocks were very good, but not everybody was doing them. First of all, let me check how many chicken coops are on the store. There's a blog post talking about the sales for the 4th week of May, but they aren't actually active in the store yet. So I guess it's subject to change, right? Oh, there's 195 out of 300 available. There's still a lot of chicken coops. Only about a third of them have been bought up so far. Same thing for the fruits greenhouse, only about a third of them have sold. Okay, I found the blog. It hasn't officially been announced, it's just some people dug it up. 4th week special sales, only 3 NFCs this time. So this is probably, out of the 4 weeks, this might be the best one. The first week with the tiny bakeries I thought was really good too though. Last week's sales were pretty terrible. I don't think, except the coffee cart. I guess that one was fine because it was like a 60% discount, right? But the other 3 were no good. Even the fundamental storage, because like at some point they had it 50% off. I think last week it was like 20% off. So I guess the coffee cart was okay, like it was a good discount. But this week it's just these 3. Fruits Greenhouse, which there's a typo here, it's not actually 175, it's 300. So if it is going to be 50% off, if this is somewhat correct, at least half correct, then Fruits Greenhouse would probably be 150. Master Coppersmith is going to be 60% off, supposedly. That's actually huge. Master Coppersmith is a massive advantage in the jewelry meta, so this one's actually really, really good. And Norse Chicken Coop, 300 regular price, 40% off, 180. That's, like I was saying, I actually don't think that's that bad. The Nourish Barns are better, but like there's no more in the store. The Nourish Coops, at least, I don't think is that bad. I actually think out of all the weeks, this one presents the best discounts for the NFTs. I mean, it would be amazing if the Fruits Greenhouse was actually 75% off. The first time I saw this, I thought it was. I'm like, geez, that's a really good deal. But no, it'll probably be, if this is half correct, right, it'll be 150. But these 3 NFTs at the discounts they're getting, I think they're good. I missed the sale for the coffee. Yeah, nobody was really talking about the last week's sale because they all kind of sucked except for the coffee cart. I think that was 60% off. So that was actually pretty good. We don't really use it that often though. We'd probably use at least the Fruits Greenhouse and Norris Chicken Coop more often, but I would assume you might already have those. I don't know. Coffee, yeah. Rock says eggs with Lucy, turkey skin, and super chicken seems to be good cash rush, but I don't have super chicken. I have super chicken and it barely helps. The only competition where super chicken has really helped so far is the pumpkin pie competition because of all the eggs required. Otherwise, I rarely ever use the super chicken. Email account stuff. Hello, you made it on time this time. Before it ends. Emperor Dub, king of the lo-fi, long live the dub. Welcome, email account stuff. It's only lo-fi here on the streams because that's what's copyright free. Like I said before, I don't really listen to lo-fi off stream because I can just listen to my playlist of EDM, mostly feature bass. 40 per hour for some reason. Well, it's because I had spare materials, I guess that's the reason. Looking really good though. At the very most, it'll make like 39 per hour, but yeah, I think Fabric Box will go to 38 point something. Cotton yarns, 350, it's really good. Yeah, butter and baguette. I mean batter and baguette. As long as those are at least 114, that's good. Butter's good, overproduces. Wool yarn is producing a lot more than I think it should be producing. I've never seen the wool rate that high, so I'm a little confused. The wood rate is correct, yeah, like 10.4k. Wooden box is good, assuming supply box doesn't overproduce like crazy, so that's good. Wax is good. Glass bottle is way too high, even higher now with the NFTs they gave us, but hopefully that doesn't kill anything. And there's stack. Wow, how's it going to 41 per hour? That's freaking insane. All right, well that's a little overkill right now. Stack box isn't actually supposed to be that high. Pumpkin pie at 40, that's good. The wine or the sangria close to 38. Salt's good. Everything's good here. That's great. It's actually working. The jam is a little bit low, but maybe that's just a fluke and it's making some more right now. We'll see. I mean, I have some extra on the pantry, so that's fine, but yeah, I still need to keep an eye on this in a couple of hours. Make sure it works. Probably just look at it before the Season 12 of Eternal Paradox starts off, and if I need to make a quick change, I will, but I think it should already be good. Regardless, I'll probably get like 15th place, like I'll still be top 25. Edward says, boom, boom, fell the boom, feel. Oh, feel the boom. Yeah, eggs is the same. Good enough. Chocolate bar. Yeah, slow that down. All right. All right. Well, it's great. I've got no thoughts or suggestions of what I can improve here. 41 per hour. Oh, the heck is it going on? I'll take it though. So I am or I should have already sold my first stack of stack boxes. Just have to wait for it to update. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Tempted to do big ship stock flood. What do you mean by that? Like, when you say that, I'm just thinking about the freight pier, unless you meant something else. Oh, there we go. I feel like it took 2 minutes to update. Boom, look at that. I'm right next to O-Town. And I would have been beating him too if I was making wine, or at least selling wine earlier on, right? But I was selling glass bottles. An amazing start right now. Of course, all these people right here, well, not all these, but some of these people right here will be making way more stack boxes than I am. I do know what O-Town's rate is. I'm not going to say it because it might give some people a heads up, but he's doing an amazing job. But yeah, we're going to be competing with like somebody that's probably going to be, that probably has like a bunch of fishing NFTs, and somebody else that has like a bunch of, like, I think Hamrar is probably doing red lamps, because I think that's what he did the last two competitions. So if I had to guess, we're going to be competing with Hamrar doing a bunch of red lamps, somebody else doing a bunch of fishing, somebody doing a ton of ice blocks, like 50,000 ice blocks per hour, right? Probably. I only know LV Postman has one of the best ice block builds, I think, because he can get top 25 with ice blocks. That's super impressive. Say it, say it. What are you making, Zboard, by the way? Well, you're probably making stack box, right? I would assume. Yeah. I don't know what everybody's making, but I would assume that you'd be making stack box. Yeah, the 100 sell per ship sale. Yeah. But you know that's the truth, right? We'll be competing with different builds over here. And I'm not even top 10, right? So I'm top 25. Yeah, so this should be making very close to 39 per hour. At the very least 38 per hour, so big improvement compared to what I did in March, which was 33 point something per hour. And in January, I think it was like 31 per hour. And the next time we do this, it'll probably be even higher because I will get those Memorial Day badges because of like the production boosts. It'll make a difference. Edward says, where's Jimmy and his little pink pig so we can team sail like at day one? I wasn't around at the time when that was a thing. I really doubt that would ever be a thing though, again. Just seeing as some people will abuse it. Yeah, it was a bloodbath. Hard for me to imagine since I wasn't there at the time. I'm thinking like maybe some person had 10 accounts. He was using 10 different towns or 9 different towns to feed materials to the main town, which was gonna win the competition, right? One town making wood and lumber, or probably just lumber. And I don't even know what the competition is, right? Maybe it was uniforms or blue steel, what the heck knows. But yeah, one of them would be making iron, one would be making chromium, or steel, right? Yeah. Yeah, probably like 9 towns making steel or uniforms or some crap like that. And then just send them to one main town who is like just making a bunch of gasoline to sell everything else. That's what I would imagine it was like. Yeah. Yeah. I do kind of like the concept. Like thinking about it, if we only had up to 20 members in a guild, right? Which that's how it is right now. And if they were to do a guild competition that worked differently, you know, like it worked back then with Jimmy. And the whole purpose was to have one member in your entire guild. The member with the highest stars is the only one that would count. But you could send materials or items between members in the guild. That way you can have 19 members making all the individual items, sending it to one person, and then they just be in charge of selling all the items. But their stars is the one that counts, and then they would place on some kind of guild leaderboard, and the rewards would be split depending on which guild performed the best, which guild had the one member with the most stars, right? Something like that. Just an idea, which I don't think they'll ever do, but you could probably do something like that. It would be the closest thing we would get to Jimmy. Because I mean, everybody would pretty much be doing the same thing then. Like you would have the limit of 20 people, right? So 19 other accounts feeding resources to one. It would be a different experience for sure. Yeah, but like everybody could focus on making something. I think it would be fun. I do think that people would actually still have fun doing it because it would be a different experience. Because like, let's say the meta is stack box. You'd have one of your members be like, oh, I got NFTs to make a bunch of sugar and butter. I can make the butter, right? Somebody can make the butter. Somebody else has a bunch of easy doughs, or they want to just do dough. Somebody doesn't have NFTs, but they could help with something in particular. Yeah, just something, right? Everybody would have a purpose. And they would all be working together to bring all the materials to one town, and Whatever town that might be. Probably the town that would do all the selling probably doesn't have that many NFTs, or maybe they at least have the stuff to make the stack box. I don't know. But that would be a cool idea for sure. Protection monitor definitely looks good. Doesn't look like I need to change everything or anything. I suppose I will open up Vexy Villages. Why not? I don't think it's something that I'll be doing every stream, but like there's an event, right? And I need to check if I have more points to claim. I did check it a couple hours ago. Oh, so I probably won't even have any points to claim now that I think about it, but I can check. Let's see. Yeah, team power to rule the world. Yeah. Let's see if this opens up. Yeah, I was kind of working on like a spreadsheet similar to the Townstar playbook for the Vexy Villages. There's a lot of information I don't have though. I know somebody has more information than me and like I can just use those same numbers. It feels kind of unfair because I didn't do that research, but I mean, it's information in the game, so I might just use those numbers too, right? Like I kind of have to. And even they don't have all the information either. They do have a good amount of information even with NFTs, so it must have been somebody that owns NFTs that got that info. Like I don't have any NFT building other than the hot dog stand. I don't have any of the other special NFT buildings in Vexy Villages, so there's just like so much info that I can't get. But yeah, I'm working on the spreadsheet. Let me get some more info in there and then like I'll share it so people can actually look at it if you need to, for whatever reason. I don't think it'll be like a spreadsheet that many people will look at anyways. So I don't really know if I'm going to put that much effort into it, but it'll at least look decent. But yeah, that's the only problem is I feel like I don't have enough info for it to truly be helpful. So we'll see. Does this need to be resized? It does. It does need to be resized. That's about right. Losexaw says, "Hey Dub, do you have an alternative for BlueStack? I can't get Vexy working with BlueStack here in the UK. Dang. I have not used any alternatives. I hear some people use something called Nox instead of BlueStack, but I've never used that. You can try searching up Nox. I think OX. Nox. Or Nox Player, one of those two. Let me actually search up. Was it Nox or Nox Player? I think it's called Nox Player. I just searched it up. Android emulator for PC. But I never tried that one, but you could give that one a shot. I don't know if it works the same. What do I have here? I probably sold like one more coffee or whatever. Oh, they at least updated it on PC so I can actually see the event page, because I wasn't able to see that before. And whenever they do the events, it'll always show you the meta right here. So yeah, the next time I make a video, it'll probably be, I don't know if it'll be before or after the competition starts, but I would like to be able to show this. We'll see. But here's a leaderboard. It doesn't show you the entire leaderboard, but it shows you roughly where you're at. So like I can see all the way down to 298, but I can't see below that, and I can't see above 258. So it shows you 20 above, 20 below. Yeah, thanks for the help. Yeah, no problem. So I'm 278th place right now with 480 points. Really not that much. I've been giving this very little effort, to be honest. The 50 Gala, I mean, I don't really care about the 50 Gala here. I'll make that off Champions Arena. But yeah, there's a leaderboard at least. This is like 10, 20 points, 10 points. 10 points. Well, that puts me at 300? 500. I can't even remember what I was at. Alright, 500. I tried changing my name to Dubstep Rod, and I believe that's what I had on my first account, which I don't know if it got deleted or if somebody took it. I'm not sure, but I do remember the first account here that I had in the beta or alpha or whatever, it was Dubstep Rod. But for some reason it doesn't let me change it to that anymore. I don't know, I'm not really that concerned with it, but whatever, I'll just put Dubstep Rod Dub, you know, the clan tag, the guild tag. And yeah, I recognize some people here, right? Like Dula, that's gotta be Sandula. I saw DC001 also has Dub there. JJ's on here. Instead of the Galaxians, we'll have these with a bunch of numbers and letters. People that don't bother to change it. Somebody chose Box as their username. That's cool. Jeff Sailor's on here. I really thought Jeff Sailor would be higher ranked than this, but that's cool. Planet Bob's on here too. That's cool. We're all just learning. Drew says you can try Google Play a game on PC, I guess. Oh, isn't that like kind of new? Like, didn't Google Play recently add the ability to actually just use it on PC? Because that wasn't a thing in the past, but I heard that that's kind of new. I kind of already did what I had to here, so there's really not that much. Oh, I guess I didn't claim this stuff. All right. I did almost everything. But yeah, if you're having fun with Vexy Villages, that's cool. I think it's okay, but not like something I'm gonna focus on. I'll focus more on Eternal Paradox. And there is a new season for Eternal Paradox starting today. On Daily Reset, that's about 5 hours from now if you're watching this live. That's it. Actually, I did get another Vexy. Is it actually popping up here? It is. It's an epic. I got an all site to match my exemplar. What could I do with it? Oh, I never even built the cafe. I'm not gonna bother at this point. I probably could afford to build it. I'm not gonna bother. Next time. Did I never swap this out for the epic? I thought I did. I thought I swapped it out. That's weird. Yeah, that's fine. Did I bug it? Who the heck knows what I did? Where do you get the other Vexy? I need from Bernie. Oh, also Bernie is the one I recommend the most. If you're trying to get cheap ones from the the hell's going on? Yeah, if you're trying to get cheap ones from NFT Harbor, that's the one I recommend the most. I might have to refresh this. It's kind of buggy on here. Oh, the other ones, these are actual Vexy from the different collections, right? I don't have anyone from Townstar, but like this one is Mirandis. Same thing with this one, and this one is also Mirandis. This one's from the Walking Dead Empires, which I don't know how good of an idea it would be to get Vexy from the Walking Dead Empires right now, considering that they had to shut down the Walking Dead Empires due to licensing issues, which there's a chance that there could be like an IP or license issue with this game using the Walking Dead Empires Vexy, if you're getting what I mean. So that's what I'm saying right now. It's probably not a good idea to actually go out and purchase the Walking Dead Empires Vexy. I might have to refresh this because like it's, and this might only be an issue on PC. But I removed the land and I want to add those workers back, but it's not letting me. I broke it and I'll fix it in a moment. Yeah, but for those of you out there spending, like you decided to spend on Vexy, right? Finley for about $3. Comes with the rare shark costume and a proto Vexy. Or Bernie for like $5, and that counts as a Vexy in the game, not just a proto Vexy. It has higher stats from my understanding. And Vexy are supposed to get additional advantages. That's what they said in the recent AMA, if you didn't listen into it. I don't know if that also counts Bernie, but right now Bernie is considered a Vexy. Bernie is the purple bear. Like just search up bear. Yeah, just search up bear on NFT Harbor and you'll see it. Or just check the Vox categories, right? I think so, but I have to swap out something. Edward says, oops, lay a pump and server where I run. What? What? It's not completely bugged out now. That's fine. That's fine. I can't. The people with like 30 of these, like 5 epic lands, right? And like 30 workers here, 6 on each one. They must spend like half an hour each day just collecting resources. Yeah, there's nothing else I need to do here, so that's it. Actually, the store... Apparently I didn't get the 20 free bites, so I'll do that here. Thought I already did for some reason. Alright, but that's it. That's it for the Vexy stuff. Lazy DC, gotta get some sleep. Thanks up, Subrod. Good luck, everyone. Yes, good luck to you as well, Lazy DC. Hopefully by the time you wake up, you'll have almost everything you need to continue the ice block build. Ooh. Yeah, people keep asking about the Walking Dead Empire compensation boxes. They sent out the first batch like a week ago, and I've not seen any more batches go out since then. I knew it would take a while, but like I would have thought it's at least like one batch a day. Jeez, that's gonna take longer than I thought. But yeah, in Eternal Paradox, they are adding a new mercenary. It's been like half a year since they added one. New mercenary doesn't look that special though, like in terms of if you're trying to actually be competitive in the arena. I'm still gonna get it because why not? Like I'll collect them for Eternal Paradox. I mean, everybody will get them. They're easy to get. Probably won't like build it up too much though. But I think that's the only new thing they've announced for Eternal Paradox. And they're gonna try to sell the new mercenary too. But people will just get it for free from the game. Yeah, I know for Eternal Paradox, people want more quality of life updates. Like, I would like that too. There's a lot of quality of life updates they can make when it comes to those 4X strategy games. They did recently get a new dev team, and they are kind of new, and they had to transition and whatnot. And the first thing they did was focus on a new mercenary. I guess it's all right. Hopefully, they can actually focus on some either more events or more quality of life stuff. But yeah, the Dub Guild and Eternal Paradox. The Dub Guild and Eternal Paradox. We're still trying to be as competitive as we can be. Usually, it's still ending in second place, just because all the strong people wanted to group up in the first place guild, which is understandable. You know, that's how it goes. When there's rewards, you want to be on the top team. Well, we at least got to give them some competition. And I mean, second place still gets rewards. Might not be as much as first place, but it's still there. Gotta do it for the reputation too. Alright, well I think I'm gonna leave it as is right now. It's already doing better than I thought it would be. I'll leave it running online for a couple more hours to make sure I didn't miss something for some reason. And then I will take this offline and I'll focus more on the Eternal Paradox once the season starts up again. No intentions of streaming it. Like, I do play it like a good couple of hours whenever the new season starts, because that's like the biggest advantage. If I were to stream it, it'd basically be the same thing each time though. So I think if you actually do like Eternal Paradox, you're just better off playing it. But yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be it for the stream. Thank you all so much for watching and being here. Of course, I wish you best of luck with your ice blocks or stack box, whatever you're doing. You know, the usual, make sure you put everything on auto sell. If you're doing ice blocks, that's going to be easy. But yeah, if you're doing stack box, you got to make sure you do that or else you're just going to get screwed over. So yeah, thank you all for being here and watching. Appreciate your support as always. I will see you all later. I'll be on Discord as usual. You know, even if I don't always message, I'm always eventually reading the messages. But yeah, see you later. Thank you so much. Bye bye Juxies. Bye bye Rachel. I'm gonna eat some leftovers now because I'm hungry. But yeah, take care everyone. See you later.